Hello, gems. Who's here? Who's here? Anybody here? Welcome back. This was a segment I did all the time, and then I kind of got, life gets busy, right? And I am bringing it back. We are bringing it back. So if you are watching the replay, please go ahead and comment replay below. And if you are watching me live, say hello so I know that Facebook is working in my favor. Now, pardon me, I do have a brand new head cold. So I'm a little snotty. So just deal with that. Pardon me is what I'm trying to say. Pardon my snots. But I'm so excited to be here. I've missed you, gems. I feel like I haven't really been alive since Mexico. So I'm back and I'm ready. We have the month of March ahead of us, which is my anniversary month, my birthday month, possibly some more jewelry month, Luck of the Stylish, trivia night with David. Like, there's a lot of fun things that are going to be happening in this month, so you do not want to go anywhere, okay? All right, let's get started. If you're here, say hello. If you're watching the replay, say hello. But today, I am going to feature our Chantilly necklace. So this is a bonus item. It is new from our latest collection, Meadow Muse, and it is 5 strands of glass pearls. Absolutely gorgeous. I love pearls for several reasons, so I'm going to tell you quickly. Number one, pearls are timeless. So even if you are more of a boho or trendy, lifestyle girl, or if you are that dead set classic, like shop at J. Crew and the Gap and you love a good button up and you're just classic through and through, or if you really have no idea what your style is, right? Even that woman. Pearls are timeless. They never go out of style. They're classic and in my opinion, an essential piece of your jewelry box. So if you don't have any pearls, this would be a great way to introduce them. I would say this or the Bryn Lee, because Bryn Lee is like a baby step into pearl life. But this can give you that ability to start slow and then build, because all of these are independent. So you can literally wear that one simple strand of pearl, which is, a very easy way to kind of dip your toe into the pearl life. Now, I want to give you a little bit of history, because why not give a little science lesson? Hi, Tracy Hall. How are you, gorgeous? Please say hello if you're here. But what I want to talk to you about before I style this, and I think it relates to life. It's so, it just makes sense that we all go through hard times, right? Every day there are obstacles and challenges that we face. And what makes us a winner and what makes us go through to the next round is right here. It's our mindset, right? It's our perseverance and our decision that we're not going to let whatever outcome, challenge, negativity, diagnosis, whatever it is, going to stop us. So in the same way, the pearl has done that. So a pearl is created inside an oyster shell, okay? It's a mollusk. And what happens is that as it kind of, opens and closes, irritants get inside, like sand and other debris from the ocean. And the more that gets trapped inside, and it's kind of like a parasite, almost like you could even think about like cancer or, an illness, or even like if you have eczema or some type of allergic reaction, like just that's how I think of it. It's like it's inside my body and it's attacking me, right? As that happens, it takes 2 to 4 years. The abrasion and all of the irritation actually starts to chisel away and form a pearl. One pearl. So 2 to 7 years. Then you have to pry open the shell and then grab out of it this beautiful end result. same as like a butterfly, right? Caterpillar has to kind of wrap himself, do this huge ordeal of like literally wrapping its own body in this weave, and then stay there for up to like, I think 3.5 weeks, and then burst out a beautiful butterfly. So in the same way, we are going to take that and be like, okay, what is this hardship and this challenge and this obstacle and these no's that I'm hearing, this negativity or whatever I feel like doors are shutting. What is it chiseling at me? What characteristic or skill set am I refining in the fire, right? Am I learning to be more patient? Am I learning to rely on my Creator and my Heavenly Father who made me? Am I learning to speak with more clarity? My communication skills are being refined. Am I just being, more observant and less reactive? So this is a daily thing, right? This is something that we're going to work on from now until the cows come home. But I thought that was a very cool way to kind of start this styling segment. So hi Wendy, if you are there, if you are in a moment like that, which I feel like 99.99% of women and men, people, we deal with this all the time. Even like red light after red light after red light in traffic, and you're just like, I'm gonna burst, right? Just think of how that chisels away and creates the pearl. And you can just take that moment and be like, okay, I am supposed to be working on my patience skills today. And that's why I'm hitting every red light in traffic. So, having said that, with our double bonus sale right now, I am going to plug that in. So if you are watching this replay like 3 months from now, just know that you can always get this piece as a customer bonus. In my personal opinion, you can even get her for free. As a hostess, and that's my best way to shop, is for free. But we are going to do some styling here. Okay, and so what I'm going to start with is our gorgeous hot pink blazer, because I love that. And I am going to layer the Chantilly necklace with the ambrosia. No, this is not ambrosia. This is the orchid necklace. And this is our pendant piece in this beautiful lilac purple. And you can literally just layer it like so. Like you could just do whatever you wanted and pop that little pendant underneath. If you watched my segment earlier this week about crew necks and mock turtlenecks, when you have a pendant like so, you create an illusion of a V-neck. So it's going to soften that hard, straight line against your neck, because this is actually the most flattering, is when we can show skin and create that natural V, and then the eyes go upward. You want that. That's really flattering no matter your shape or size. And so you can do that same thing with a pendant necklace. So you can either do the pendant inside the pearls, or you can drop her underneath the pearl. Like, both look fabulous. Obviously, I love the dovey earrings. I could even see our high polished gold Monaco earrings as well. So we have a lot of fabulous staple earrings. I just got these back in. These are called Crest. This is a similar size hoop. Let me show you to the Hazy. Okay, Hazy to me is a little more casual, whereas Crest has a little more of that fine jewelry design. This is actually a designer dupe. It is that Cartier nail. So these, I believe, are $52, so a great half price item. But you could grab both of these earrings, and then that's going to unlock your bonus. So with the sale right now, you can get 2 bonuses. So Chantilly could be $35, and then we could do our beautiful white opal impression. And that could also, which normally retails for $188, that could be $35 as well. Where the heck is the opal? I'm not wearing her today, am I? Hold on, Gems. I gotta find the opal. I just showed all the impressions yesterday because I was going live and talking about our new stylist promo. So if you have been considering or thinking about Park Lane Jewelry as a business, when you join through tonight, you get a free impression bracelet. So I was showing these yesterday. So I could see us pairing this with the Willow bracelet set. If the impressions are bothersome to you for any reason, like I know some people just have a frustrating time with the lobster claw, you can use a bracelet helper. But otherwise, I would say that the Willow is a great alternative to a bonus item because it's stretchy. So you just throw it on and you go. Like no fuss. And you still have the illusion. You have the pop of pearl. So you're getting the pop of white. Now to tie in that beautiful purple, you know we're going to bring in the Lush, right? Is that what it's called? Lush bracelet in purple or amethyst, okay? So we're going to add her to really bring her in to that beautiful pop of purple here, okay? Now, the other thing that I have been loving with Chantilly is that you can take this and make it super cash. So even though pearls are like, woo, very classic, you know, very kind of professional, you can make this really fun. So those of you that have, what's this called? Trudy. This is what I call kind of like Coco Chanel, but she's going to a concert. Like she's just that fun, cool, rocker chic vibe. So you add this pop of silver, and now you are obviously all of a sudden the cool mom. Cool mom. And then look how cute it looks with this. I have a pearl jean jacket. Like, come on. This is from Amazon if you gotta have it. It's old, but I can probably still get you the link. Okay? Now, isn't that like the cutest thing you've ever seen? Like, you got your chains, you got your pop of high polished silver, and you've got your chunky pearls. Like, now we're cooking with bacon. So I could see the hazy hoops. I could see Dovey would be so cute with this. You could even do like a clear impression stud with the Dovey and do like a whole kind of two-tone vibe, you know, even pop in the silver Dovey, or you could just do a classic hoop and do our orbit. These are so gorgeous, and I am loving the effect that these have because they're big and bold and fun. They're lightweight, right? So if you missed out on the Dallas hoops, this is kind of the replacement in my opinion. Okay, so let's do it with one strand so you can kind of see, you know, if we want to keep it a little cleaner, we sure can. Okay, so do it like so. And then, of course, depending on your length of neckline and your style of the day, you can kind of do it all sorts of ways. And then for those of you that already have our pearl necklace, raise your hand if you own the pearl necklace, which is our pearl drop. She is, I think, $44. Okay. She's on a silver chain. So what I'm going to do is pop her in too. So now I have this whole layered look. Like, what? How cute is that? And then you could even do this like with no Trudy. Oh my goodness, what's happening? I'm just making a huge mess, gems. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Anyone can do this business, right? You just have to be willing to learn and try. Now, look at this arm party because I had this piece when I was a trainer. They did send it to me. So we're going to start this arm party with Noir. So Noir has half pearl, half black. So this is going to look super cute with our pop of silver. Okay. Then we are going to add our silver Serena, which is brand new to the collection. Yeah. Then we're going to do the hematite jewel as well. And a Mars bracelet, because why not, right? So now we have this whole like mixed media. Again, you could add or take away the Trudy again. We could even add a couple hazies if we wanted. Do all the cool things with this. I would probably even also add an embraceable, because why not? Now, if I had multiple of these, then you could even do like more pearls and kind of hide the black. But for the sake of this tutorial, I could even add Atlantic, which is not a pearl piece, but because you have the white turquoise, or this is tiger's eye, it still goes. It still kind of blends it all together. And then at this point, we could even start incorporating some of our hematite. So you all know that we came out with the hazy necklace. This is a great half price item. She's now available in the hematite colorway. So I did initially style her like this, because when they sent me the jewelry, I was like, hold on a second. What am I going to do with this? I got the pearls and I got the hazy hematite hazy. Wow, I can't talk. And I was like, you know what? We're going to put them together. That's what we're going to do. And then you could even put a fun little charm necklace like this. And now we have a messy neck. Now we're like super fun mom, or super chic trendy woman, or maybe we're going to teach school today and we just want to be a little bit more funky fresh, right? Now we have this whole fun messy neck. Who is loving this? And then of course you could bring in like a sparkly stud. We could do whimsy. I can't even tell. Can you see the earrings? Hold on, we gotta put this up a bit. Okay. Then we could do prism. You could even incorporate those sparkly earrings, which are a top selling earring right now. Everybody is grabbing them. You could grab prism right now, and then you could get that to start your double bonus. You could do prism for $76, get the Chantilly for $35, and then you could like get the Zoe or something else for $35 as well if you wanted. So that's a great option. And then again, even if you don't want to keep it simple, this whole look looks phenomenal with all the strands. Like, why even just, just add all of it? Now we kind of feel like Madonna, right? Like, just the messier neck, the better. So, great way to incorporate mixed metals and all the things. Now, what I do want to show you is how this necklace by itself can do a lot. So if you are going on a trip, or you have, an overnight stay somewhere, or, just all the things. I did take this one off and I added an extender, but when you purchase Chantilly, I want to show you how it comes first and foremost. This comes all together. So you have you have 3 separate lobster claws. So basically you have one necklace that's solo, and then these 2 are each 2 strands. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Pardon me. Now this extender is removable. So if you need an extender to go on other necklaces, get the Chantilly. But I'm going to unhook, and then I'm just going to take my necklace, and you could technically, you could braid it. So you have 3 strands, and you're just going to braid the necklace like so, right? And that way, and what you do is you flip it inside out so it stays. This is what we call a braided necklace. How fun is that? Hi, Delia. Okay. Hello. So now we have this really cool effect with our Chantilly. So it almost looks like it came straight out of the ocean. Literally, like, how freaking adorable is that? I'm sorry I keep sniffling. For those of you that just joined, I have a runny nose. My husband gave me his cold. You gotta love that. And I would probably wear our trend earrings with this, right? And then we could even add a little more pop of sparkle and add our gorgeous Evie. So Lisa Walsh, I know you just grabbed her. Look how cute this looks together. What? Who is obsessed? So you definitely want to try and braid your necklace, okay? The other thing that you could do is also, so what you would do is just flip that out and then just kind of undo the braid, is you can do the twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, come on. How's everyone's week going? For some reason, I felt like this was Friday. I woke up, I'm like, oh my gosh, today's Wednesday. We're only halfway through. I think it's because it was our first week back after vacation, and the boys had 2 weeks off due to winter break and then the snow. So they were living large. So I didn't know what day it was, what was happening with life. So now we could take, let's say like this hazy or something like that. I swear, sometimes with these fake nails. Okay, and then you just do the twist and shout. Okay? And, I mean, you could twist this on your neck too, but that way you have like a little touch of gold in the Chantilly. Again, then you just clasp. You could do the same thing with silver. So when you have all these fun things, you have options. All right, the other thing I want to show you is that you could do this. The only thing is, I do recommend that when you open up the necklace like so, because you can see the extenders here, or the clasp, is that you wear this with some type of lapel. But you could do a long pearl look like this. It's not my personal favorite, but I just wanted to show it for the sake of styling, that you could always open up your pearls, okay? And then let's see what it looks like with the 2 strands. So maybe you just want to do one of these where you have the double. So remember, 1 strand is a single, and then the other 2 are doubles. So I'm going to take those off. And then, again, let's do it with the gold, because we all love gold Trudy. Trudy would be a great option today to start that double bonus. So if you are wanting to grab that sale, spend $60 and get 2 bonus items, Trudy would be a great way to do it. You could also get a Lana set. I'm going to show that next. So Lana earring and necklace, that could be a great way. And then now we have this really beautiful Coco Chanel vibe, and we could do the Sunray earrings. So you could even start your cart with Sunray. You could add the Bryn Lee here, but let me show you what it looks like adding Icon. I call her Lana. I call her Icon. She changed her name for some reason. So we're going to do the mother of pearl. And when you do this, now this is a lot, right? It mimics the quatrefoil shape in the Sunray, right? Hi, Stacey. Hi, Mom. Hello, hello. Welcome to Ways to Wear It. So if this feels like a lot, you could just remove that probably bottom strand. And then remember, we do have the matching Icon earrings. These are genuine mother of pearl. We have several other colors. And then we do have the classic silver and gold, but that is called Foxy. And then with this arm party, you know we have to pull out the beautiful Ivy bracelet, which, by the way, if you want to watch our replay from Monday night, we had a special Zoom with our CEO, Scott. He talked about, you know, Park Lane as a business, where we stand, where we're going, his vision, his, you know, his pride and what they've built. And then he showed us some pieces. This little beautiful bracelet might be coming in different colors. Now, he didn't promise it, but he showed us some sneak peeks. But here it is, again, in the genuine, beautiful, mother of pearl. The Chateau bracelet is one of my personal faves. It, again, has mother of pearl stations, micro pave crystal. It's got that double safety clasp. It just looks and feels like fine jewelry. And then, of course, a marshmallow, because why not, right? Everyone, if you don't have multiple marshmallows, this is the time also to snag these, because to me, they're also either a great half price or $35 item. Just depends. I do not have Brielle earrings, but Delia, that would be a great option. But here's what I will show you is that you could do a similar look with this beautiful necklace And let me take off my necklace because I'm wearing veil, but I'm going to add veil back in. Okay. And because you have that touch of sparkle. So these are not the same, but they're similar. These are called Luna and this very similar. So the Brielle earrings, if you ladies are wondering, they are I call them a crystallized Jesus fish because they're like elongate. Let me see if I can get a picture. They're an elongated oval shape hoop. And they were available. Are they still available? I don't even know. Yes, they are here for only $24. So you could add them to your $60 cart today and your double bonus. And they would be beautiful options. But because I don't have them, here's what they look like on the ears. They're very flattering. I don't have mine anymore. I sold them, but I may have to order them again. I can't believe they're still available. I think this would be the vibe. You would do some touch of sparkle, and the Luna are a great choice. These also, quote me if I'm wrong, Lisa, I think they're in the $60 realm, so this could be a great way to unlock the double bonus. Just a thought. So anyway, love, love, love. Yes, Lisa, there is a replay for the Monday Night Zoom after I screen recorded it because some of my guests couldn't come live. I was like, don't worry, I'll screen record. After I went through all that work, Liam made us a replay, put it on the YouTube, and then we were sent the replay link. I'm like, what in the Harry is going on here? But you know, you live and you learn. At least I'm thankful for that. But I could even see this also layered with buttercream. Another fan favorite. And I just like to layer pendants. I love layering pearls. Like I said, pearls, you just can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with gorgeous pearls. You're just going to be so gorgeous. We even have the couture earring too if you're wanting sparkle. These are like, I don't understand how they're so cheap. In my opinion, they're underpriced. Is that the word? And I am loving the naughty earrings. These are some of my go-to earrings every day because they, as small as they are, here's the trick. When you have this high polished whitish silver up by your eyes, it just brightens everything up. Like you just look refreshed and brand new. And so I am loving these and I think they would be super cute. Even though it's not a pearl, it definitely ties in with this white creamy vibe. Yeah. And then of course you could just do our classic Chantel hoop. Like, yeah, love it. Love it or list it. Okay. What else can I show you with this vibe? Now we do have the plush set that does include a pearl as well. So if you wanted to create like the perfect cart, you could do this set because you're getting your pearl. You could do the white opal impression because that, you know, gives you the illusion of a pearl. Okay. So if you're needing pearl pieces in your wardrobe, definitely think about those. And then let's put it all back together again. Now, if you are just joining me, please watch the replay because number one, I went through details on how pearls are formed. And number two, I talked about how I showed you how you can braid this piece, which is a fun trick. Sometimes when I do tricks like that, I feel like my old company, Premier, because they love to give us jewelry tricks. We would do all sorts of things. It's kind of like my most vivid memory of watching my mom, even back in like the early 90s and 2000s, do her home parties, because she would do a lot of tricks with the jewelry, tricks with scarves, and which, by the way, I did get some scarves. I got some, is it called a Tilly scarf? And I need to play with this. And see how we can make this part of the accoutrement, right, of our jewelry. So this is like a thin little scarf like so. And apparently, you know, you can do some fun stuff. I just have to figure out like what the heck we do. okay? I don't really know what to do yet. I need to learn some tutorials, but until I do that, you know, this makes us feel like we're in France, right? So I'm going to learn. I'm going to do a whole different, you know, video on these. And I got quite a couple of them. So if you end up getting some of these necklaces that I'm going to show with our Tilly scarves, I'm going to give them away. So stay tuned. I don't really know what to do with these yet, but I'm going to learn and then I'm going to bring it to you. But, you know, I'm sure it will work with our pearls. All right, last but not least, I do want to show you with our pops of blue. Because you know we love this Bodhi piece to death. I wore this necklace a lot in Cancun. I wore her with black and I wore her with turquoise. She's just a great go-to item. So if you don't have Bodhi, this is another great piece to snag. And $66, it will unlock your double bonus. So just like that, like add her to the bottom and she creates this whole statement piece. Put her with the turquoise impressions. Done and done, right? So sophisticated. But you could also bring in the Ray hoops, which I'm hoping and praying they're still available. Sometimes I show jewelry and then they go away, but this is a gold Omega hoop with turquoise cabochons. So if you are a hoop girl, this would look beautimous, okay? Beautimous. Now again, if this is feeling like a lot of cowbell, don't forget that you can wear just one. So you have that ability to play around with your Chantilly and make her the way you want her. Right? You can make her your favorite way. Okay? I am obsessed with Bodhi. She's really pretty. I want to show you just for color scheme. I did wear custard with Bodhi, but sometimes when you're doing all this bright white, I think these are a tad cream. So I would probably stick to a pearl stud if possible. That's just my personal feeling. I do also like the Moanas with this. $28 statement earring, feather light. And then, of course, we can build a sweet arm party, right? We can add the turquoise, add the juniper blue, add some marshmallows, okay? And now we are rocking and rolling with a fabulous arm stack. And we need the turquoise impression too, because when in Rome, when in Rome. Yes. Yes. Okay, now we are cooking. Anyone loving this? Okay, hold on. See, all the pearls are on the back, so it's feeling, okay, there we go. Oh my gosh. So this is marshmallow. This is the embraceable bracelet. Juniper is a little bit deeper, sea blue. Got the turquoise Kai. Another marshmallow, and then we have our turquoise impression, okay? So again, spend $60, you can get 2 bonuses. So you can get an impression for $35, get your Chantilly for $35, done and done. Now I do want to show you one last option before I close up shop, because I have to run and get the boys from school. I swear, you blink and you're like, I have to go get kids? What? Is that you can layer this with the sky necklace. And I know a lot of our gems have the sky necklace. So if you're wondering, what the heck is sky? That is this beauty back here. And she is all genuine agate stone. And then you have some glass faceted beads down here. So this is a very beautiful natural gemstone piece. Okay, and you can pop, you know, 1, 2, 3. Just again, you can bring in the blues as you see fit. Like if you are the blue girl, if blue is your kid's color, like for, you know, school or what have not, you have this gorgeous blue cardigan like I do. Okay, and then you could bring in the gem bracelet. The gem bracelet is one of my favorites. It has that cushion cut baby blue stone. You could even pop it with a papillon, which is our blue and pink butterfly. And then, of course, you can even add at this point, now you're going into 2 carts because you're getting a little excessive with our bonuses. But you could even add the baby blue impression too. So you might have to pick and choose your bonus item. Or at this point, again, if your wish list is getting out of control, this is when you text me and you say, Jen, I want to have a party. I want to gather my girlfriends. You're going to style all the fun spring looks, and then I'm going to get to shop for free. And that would be such an honor to do that for you. Okay? I would love nothing more than to have a spring refresh party with you and your girlies. Okay? So that is Chantilly in a nutshell. I did want to look at this really quick if you have another 2 seconds in you. I'm not sure if I would have liked it, but I saw another stylist do this where she, let's form an opinion. I think she wore it one of the nights in Cancun with onyx. So the black glass necklace that we have. Let me show you. And you tell me what you think, okay? So let's do our fabulous eclipse earrings, okay? Let's do our bomber, because obviously we need a vibe for this. My hair is getting stuck. And then onyx, I think she's like $100, so she could be a great half price item. Oh, I'm sorry, Sky is jade. I thought they were agate stones. My bad. This is when you thank heavens that you are on Lisa Talarico's team, because she's always correcting me. So even me, 5 years in or 11 years into the jewelry business, I am still royally messing up. So onyx and the pearl, how do we feel about this? Is this too much? I mean, it's cool. It's definitely cool. But I think, it'd have to be a certain outfit. Could do it with a really cool chunky sweater. Because you know how I like to teach y'all that when you have a lot more fabric, a lot more calorie, you have to meet that with your jewelry. You can't wear that soft little rue necklace with your big puffy, puffer vests and your thick sweaters. It just doesn't work. You got to bring some more cowbell to the party. So anyway, black onyx with the pearls. And then, of course, you could do this arm party again where you're bringing that hematite back in. We could bring even the black Serena. Could do all sorts of pops here. And even the black hazy, which is brand new. So now we have hazy in silver, in gold, and now in the black metal tone. Ta-da! Hi, Wendy Burke. Hi, Patrice. Thanks for popping on today. Hi, Andrea. Sorry, I didn't see you, girls. Welcome back to Ways to Wear It. If you're watching the replay, please comment below because it helps my algorithm. It helps me see your comments because sometimes I don't get notified because Facebook can be hormonal and they're just cray-cray. So, anywho, if you have listened to my other videos, just know that some fun is coming. This is my birthday month. This is my wedding anniversary month. We have possibly new jewelry coming. We have Luck of the Stylish happening. We have trivia night. We've got so many fun things this month planned. So hang on to your horses. March is fun and one of my favorite months of the year. Plus, we have daylight savings and we have first day of spring. All right, have a great day, gems. Let me know if you ever need a cart or have a wish list. Have a fabulous rest of your week. Be blessed, and we'll talk soon.